Hello there, fellow humans. Let's talk about something we all love to hate and hate to love. It's the internet, of course. We're so used to it, like having running water or a constantly beeping microwave. But what if it just vanished? Poof! Gone for a whole day. Think of it like a digital detox, but on a global scale. Chaos, maybe, a chance to reconnect with the real world? Possibly. Let's dive into this digital desert and see what we find. First up, let's talk about how we talk, or rather how we won't be talking if the internet takes a hike. Social media, it's toast. Your carefully curated feed of cat videos and political rants, gone. And that witty comment you were about to post, lost in the digital ether. Email, dead in the water. No more urgent requests from your boss or spam about that Nigerian prince. As for texting, you better dust off those carrier pigeons, folks. Remember when we used to, actually talk to each other face to face? Crazy, right? This internet outage might force us to remember those ancient ways. We might even have to gasp, use the phone. Remember those things? The ones that make actual ringing sounds? It'll be like stepping back in time, except without the leg warmers and shoulder pads. All right, let's talk business. Or rather, the lack thereof. Without the internet, the business world would grind to a screeching halt. E-commerce? Forget about it. Amazon becomes just another river in South America. Online banking, you'll be digging under the mattress for loose change. And remote work? Well, it's back to the office for you, my friend. Enjoy that commute. This digital downtime would cost businesses big time. Think lost revenue, missed deadlines, and a whole lot of frustrated customers. We're talking billions, maybe even trillions of dollars globally. It would be an economic earthquake, and the aftershocks would be felt for weeks, maybe even months. So yeah, not great for the old GDP. Now, let's head to the hallowed halls of learning, or in this case, the not-so-hallowed halls of staring blankly at a wall. With the internet down, online learning platforms like Coursera and Khan Academy would be about as useful as a chocolate teapot. Students would be left scrambling for their textbooks, assuming that they didn't sell them back for beer money. Teachers would have to dust off their old overhead projectors and hope they still remember how to use them. The good news, no more distractions from those pesky internet memes. The bad news, we're all going to have to actually, pay attention in class. Remember how to do that. Section 5. Healthcare hit hard. Okay, now for the serious stuff. Healthcare relies heavily on the internet these days, and a 24-hour outage would have some pretty scary consequences. Telemedicine appointments, cancelled. Electronic health records, inaccessible. Medical research, on hold. It would be like travelling back to the dark ages of medicine, except without the leeches. Well, hopefully. Imagine needing urgent medical information and not being able to access it, or having a scheduled surgery postponed because the hospital systems are down. It's a chilling thought. This internet blackout would be a stark reminder that as much as we rely on technology, it can fail us in an instant. Section 6, a roller coaster of emotions. So how would people react to this digital apocalypse? Well, if we're being honest, it would be a mixed bag of emotions. Some folks would be panicking like it's the end of the world. They'd be running around like chickens with their heads cut off, desperately searching for a Wi-Fi signal. Others might actually welcome the break. They'd finally have an excuse to put down their phones, disconnect from the digital world, and reconnect with the real one. Imagine families actually talking to each other at the dinner table, kids playing outside instead of staring at screens, people reading actual books made of paper. Crazy, right? This internet outage could be a blessing in disguise, a chance to slow down, unplug, and appreciate the simple things in life, or it could just be a really, really long day. Section 7. Finding the silver lining. Okay, let's be optimistic for a moment. There are actually some potential positives to this whole internet blackout thing. For starters, we'd probably see a surge in face-to-face interaction. Remember that thing? Talking to people in person like it's 1995. Radical, I know. But hey, it could be nice to actually see our friends and family instead of just texting them emojis. We might also rediscover the lost art of boredom. Remember boredom? It's that thing that happens when you're not glued to a screen. And believe it or not, boredom can actually be a good thing. It can spark creativity, lead to new ideas, and help us appreciate the little things in life. Or, it could just lead to a lot of staring blankly at walls. It's a gamble, folks. Section 8. A necessary evil. Let's be real here, folks. The internet is both a blessing and a curse. It connects us, informs us, and entertains us. But it can also be addictive, overwhelming, and downright toxic at times. A 24-hour internet blackout would be a major inconvenience, no doubt. But it would also be a wake-up call, a reminder that we need to find a healthier balance in our relationship with technology. We need to remember that there's a whole world out there beyond the digital realm. A world full of real people, real experiences, and real connections. Let's not forget about that world, even when the internet is back up and running. Because as much as we love our memes and cat videos, life's too short to spend it all online. And Section 9. So what did we learn? Well, we've learned that a day without the internet would be chaotic, inconvenient, and maybe even a little bit scary, but it would also be a chance to reconnect with the real world, rediscover the lost art of conversation, and maybe even learn something about ourselves in the process. So the next time you find yourself endlessly scrolling through social media, take a moment to unplug, step away from the screen, and appreciate the world around you, because you never know when it might all go dark.